Hello all, welcome back to my channel. This is Babu Krishna. In the last session, we have seen the functions. Now we'll continue to see the function remaining left outs what we have seen. From that point, we will try to see. Okay, so in the last session, we have seen what is the base functions and how we will pass arguments and how we will return the value from the functions and all. So let us see the next one. So let me open the documents before that, and then let us start our discussion. Okay, so let, uh, let me go to the, yeah. So this is the one which we have seen in the last session. What is the use of function and how you will what are the types of functions, inbuilt functions and all, and then how you will pass the argument, and this no input no output. So we have seen the various programs on that. Let us see few more the topics left out from that, and then we will cross check the slides once we have seen based on our discussion. So this particular one, we will what we will try to see is one program will see that we have not seen. Sum of two numbers we have seen. Like we will see sum of numbers, generalized form. Actually, let us assume you want to pass three values, four values, five values. So it doesn't matter, whatever you want to pass you can pass. So the same, that generalized we will see. And then local and global values, global variables, this one we will see. And calling function other from other place, means I write a function in one file, but I don't want to call that function from that file. I want to call that one from somewhere else actually. So then how you will do that? So that is calling function from other place. We'll see with a sample code. Okay, so let us start with the first one. After that, slides cross check we will see based on the time. If you have time, I'll try to see in this session. Otherwise, we'll have in the next session. Okay, so let me open a terminal before seeing that. Sum of numbers, actually generalized form. So let us go to the shell samples and let us try to do that. Okay, some functions we are seeing in the function. So let me go to that, and some numbers. We already have the sum numbers actually. So I will copy that particular file to some two numbers, then we will have our, so this is some two numbers actually. Okay, so I will just say copy some nums. I just say generalizer dot sh. Okay, so let us do some nums generalize. Okay, so we have copied that one, right? Okay, so I will remove all these. Okay, I will use the same function name. Okay, so what is the intention actually? So intention is I say some numbers, then I need to pass that particular values, that many values actually. So that is the main intention. So let us assume some nums. If I say some numbers, I can pass like let us assume one value, and I will get the result from that, and I say echo dollar that one to print the result. So now let us assume I say I do that one three times. I'll paste. So 10, 20, I can pass two values. I can pass three values. Maybe I will pass four values. I'll pass five values. So we can also cross check, like if you are not passing anything, it should give me the error actually. That also we can do. Okay, so let us assume 2y paste. So that's what we can do that one. So it has to generate error in this case. Generate error. Okay, it will not give any result. It has to generate the error. So let us see this one, how we will do that particular thing. Okay, so let us see how we will code that. So first we'll try to see error. So error is whatever, like how first we will see this, like how we will pass the values actually. So as we have seen in the arrays, these particular values you'll get the number of arguments with a dollar, this symbol with number of arguments, and whatever the with particular arguments you want, that arguments you can have this one or dollar at the rate. So this we know how you will be getting that particular arguments actually. I'm just commenting out. So let us take I want number of arguments, like now num like count num args, like I just say n args actually. So then I will have this, and then maybe numbers. So I'll say numbers is this particular one. So no need to store in a variable, but if you store, that will be better. Okay, now I want to check if the number of arguments are zero. Okay, so I need to generate the error. So I'll just say if number of arguments equal to zero or less than or equal to, also you can put, but that case may not arise. So arguments is zero, we can give the statement like need to pass error, need to pass at least one argument. So I just say return, no need to do any further thing because you don't have the arguments. Now once we got these particular arguments, actually now we will sum the values actually. So how we will sum, in the for in loop we will take, so for whatever the num in nums, you can also directly say nums or whatever, or we can say mm, like this, nums dollar at the rate anything, it's okay. So we need to get the sum actually. So I say do, so I'll take a variable, so I say expression dollar sum plus dollar num. Of course, that's it. And then I need to initialize this sum equal to 0. As we have seen that one, all the variables should be local because otherwise it will be visible to the outside of the program. So this we will clearly see whatever the local and global values. So as we know, we need to put that one in the variable local actually. So I say local. Of course, this particular num will be inside that, so no issues. Or you can just say local num. This is also fine. Now let us return this particular sum actually. So I say return dollar sum. Okay, so let us see. We have how many statements? 3, 4, 5, 6 statements we have did actually. So let us cross check whether any errors are like that. So anyway, we copied the file, so no need to do the change mode. Oh yeah, so here you got the error, need to pass at least one argument, that is okay. But there is certain error like line 17, 10, 20, 30. There is certain issue actually. Okay, this should not be there. A dollar I mistakenly given. Okay, so this is first thing, need to pass at least one argument. So in the first case, you can check on that. Let us execute again. So in the first case, this is the error, and this output anyway it will return whatever this particular 0. So first one 10, second is 10, 20, so 30, 60, then 100, then 150. So that's what we got. This particular one, any number of arguments will pass, we can pass actually. So let us assume we give more than 250, that one you have the issue actually. So if you pass more than 250, it will be issue. So what we will do, so we will try whatever the, you can use the evaluate function, or you can use the name reference, either way, which we have seen in the last session. Either way you can return the value from that function if it is more than 256 or to more than 255. Okay, it can store only 0 to 255. Okay, let us check that one. So let us assume I have maybe 2yy. So let us make maybe 3 values enough, not to complicate. So I'll just have 3 values. So it has to give me 600. So as you know that one, it cannot give 600. It has given you 88 truncated that particular value. So we can also check on that. I will take this calculator, and then 600 we need to get. So decimal 600. So I have this decimal 600. I'll take to binary, and then I need to have only 8 because it will truncate all remaining. So I have now 4 8 bits. Now let us convert this one to binary and then make it to decimal. Now you know that one, decimal 88. That's what it printed, the 88. Now this is not what we need. We need something like uh, something which we need original value. So for that you can do either of the two ways, namespace or evaluate function. So let us do the first one. And before this, I will just do this on the top actually, or doesn't matter, undo. Okay, but I don't want all these statements to be executed, so I'll just comment it out so that it will not do anything. Okay, so that this cannot be executed. I'll just say, I just say here F5. So this one I am commenting out actually so that it will not execute. Otherwise, I need to comment each line. Okay, so which may not be proper, which may not be uh, like no, you need to do in each line. You can also do the empty expression something like this, or you can also say whatever the test something like this actually empty string like it will give false, and this one will give false, this one also will give false. If it is false, it will not go inside actually. So we are making this particular condition false. This condition false you can do with empty statements actually. So either of these, this is string is empty, that also fine actually. So this is we it will not go inside, it will come only in the last one. So let us modify that, then we will see. Okay, so first some nums generalized, if you see 88 only you got, and I have commented out. Okay, so now this one some numbers, yeah, like, so I will copy the same 1 2 3 4 10 11, 19 lines. Okay, so I am copying this, maybe I need to copy this one. Okay, so some numbers, I'll say some numbers, some numbers result. I just say result actually because we are returning the result, and I will just use these some numbers result. Okay, so this one I am going to use, and let us pass one value, something called total, and I will print the total which is it has to give. Okay, let us test this one, let us modify this code accordingly. So this one we know, so I will not do this now. If I get this one in our case actually, so this we are passing how many values we are passing, four values actually. So these are the four values. This one will be the $1, $2, $3, $4 actually. So $1 I should have the result. So I just say local uh, result is $1. Okay, and then number of arguments I have this. So and nums I have this particular one, and error check is okay, number of arguments equal to 1. Okay, because or equal to 0 it is okay. And you need to have the result $1 we have put actually. But if you see this one, whatever like these nums actually, what we will do, I will do here. Okay, so once I got the result one, I don't need that particular arguments actually. Then I will do a shift. Then everything will work properly. Now I have number of arguments proper and num proper. So there is yeah. So that's what you need to do. And then I need to say like evaluate function eval. I need to store the this particular value in the result, right? $1 equal to what I need to store sum. So I just say some simple simple thing. Why I did shift actually, because $1 will contain that variable actually, but we should not add the total variable actually. That's what I have shifted, so that you have the arguments the next actually. So you can also maybe yeah, before that, after that you can also print this one actually, then you can able to know. So let me print that one before and after, then you will able to understand actually. So I say nargs uh, okay, I just say before that I will say something like this, because we have not copied to any variable, and after that I will use the values actually. Okay, after that I will use this particular values after shift actually. So I say $nargs, and I say $nums. Of course, $nums. You need to save it this particular way. Okay, so let us test this one. Some nums generalized. You can see here. Yeah, so first one, it is given like this, number of arguments are 4 and this, and then once I've shifted, this is went into the result, and then I have this particular three values, and we have this three which we are printing, and we got the sum. So this is the way how you will be doing if you have more than the like 256. Okay, so this is how we will be doing this sum numbers generalized form. So you can pass any number of arguments. So this is what we have seen. Okay, now local and global variables. Let us see that. Vi local global test. So okay, so in function only, right? Yeah. So now let us say first bin bash or whatever the way. Now local, my local global function, I will say my local global function, and I have something like this. Now let us define here two variables. I say local variable, L local variable, and okay, so L local variable. Let us assign this L local variable as Linux, something like this, and global variable. I just say Unix OS. Okay, we'll pass Unix from that actually, and let us print that one. Means print is nothing but echo in function. Okay, I just say L value and global variable. Okay, so now from the local function, I will have the local variable as my Linux. Okay, and the global value as Unix. Okay, or shell bash, something like that. You can use anything actually. So Linux. Okay, my Linux. Okay, so now here I will copy the same in function. I just say in main local variable global variable. So I am giving same name actually. So if you see this one, I am giving the same name for that variables. Okay, and I will call my function. So I just say my local global function, and after I call again, I will print. Okay, so in main before and after. Okay, so it is no need in main, mm, before calling function. This is after calling function. Okay, so let us see this one. So if you see this one, local variable will be same actually. So because it will not affect, since it is local variable, this is visible only inside actually. Once you come out actually, this global variable now is first one, it will be Unix. Now it has become Unix OS actually. Why? Because the function got changed that particular global value. So if you are not defining in a function that is treated as a global value, which generally you should not do, because if the value is only global, you don't need to do that way actually. So if you see this one in main, my Linux and Unix it came, and then here my Linux and Unix OS actually. So that's what this particular one, how the local values and global values will change actually. Now calling function from other place. Okay, so let us see. I will create a directory called common code. Okay, and I will go to that particular directory. I will create my code. Okay, my common code, whatever name you can give, my code I will give. Okay, so here let us write a function actually, my common code. This you can will not call from anywhere, but you will not call from this function, but you will be calling from other place. So let us see that one. So before calling from other place, let us define this function, then we will see the calling step. Okay, now I am defining the function, and I am not using anything, just echo actually. So this is my common func code, can be called from all places, can be called from anywhere. Okay, so now this is the function actually. I am not calling this particular function. So I have my code.h is the file name, and then the function name, it is like the whatever the function name, we'll see that my common code, I think so. Okay, so this is I have defined in common code. So let us come to this directory actually in the functions. From functions I am calling the common code. Of course you can call that one from anywhere, but I will show you from this particular function. So I say call common code. So this is the calling how we will do. Okay, so no need to follow the same naming convention. So this is just to make sure like I am calling this function, but you can give appropriate names. Okay, so now I need to use that particular common code. Maybe I will open a terminal. Why? Because I will not remember the file name and all. Okay, so okay, so let me go to shell samples and then functions. Okay, so here if I see this one, cat common code. Okay, cat my code. Okay, so this my common code is the file name, sorry, function name, and you are calling this particular file actually. So it is there in the common code. So from current directory and from common code, so I am mentioning where is that particular file is present actually. So my code.sh. So this one is now I referenced the function where it is available. Now I will call that particular function actually. So what is the function name? My common code. Okay, so I say my common code. Too simple. So I'll just say change mode, call, and I will use this. So now you can see this one. This is my common code, which can be called from anywhere. Even the sum numbers, generalized one, you can make it into the common code. So you can copy that and then you can use actually. So let us assume my common code. Even here in current directory you are given, but you can also give with full directory name actually. So maybe I will copy this sum numbers generalized form. Okay, to common code. Then we will test that one. Same two files we will copy actually. So I say common code, right? Some nums generalized. Okay, so this one I don't need this, so I will just remove that. And I don't need the calling place also. Okay, because I have to call from other place actually. So some numbers result, this is no need a result to put. So some numbers I will use the same function name actually. So some numbers generalized I need to call. Okay, so I will use this particular common code. So if I see this one, in the common code, I have some num generalized, right? This is the file name and some numbers I have. I need to call this actually. So where I need to call this common code, I need to call. Okay, so in the call my common code. Okay, so now I have whatever the common code and the file name actually. So as I told, I forgot the file names. Some nums generalized. Okay, so I will copy this some num generalized. Now I need to call that particular function actually. So I'll just say what is the function, got some numbers actually. Some numbers is the function. Okay, so I just use uh, some numbers, and then I need to give total, and then I need to give something 100, anything 123, 234, 345, and I say echo dollar question mark, which will be below 256, and I say total. Okay, so now let us check on this. It should, hopefully it should work. Okay, so now you have whatever it is printed within the function. Now you got whatever 192.701. This is how you will be calling the common code and how you will be executing. Okay, then. So let me open that. Okay, so we have seen these particular things, and then in the next session, we will see the slides to cross check whether we have covered everything or not actually. Okay, then. See you in the next session for the slides on the functions. Bye for now.